Hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome inside Blake Arena on the campus of Springfield College for some nationally ranked men's volleyball. It's a matchup that dates all the way back to 1996 as the top-ranked Springfield College Pride play host to the number 11-ranked Vassar Brewers. Alongside Nick Pantages, I'm Dante Iafredi, and we're happy to have you on another Flow Sports broadcast. And Nick, for this Springfield roster, obviously they have the target on their back with where they stand on the national stage. With that being said, the home team has taken the last 4 matchups. Springfield's at home tonight. How can they control that script as well?
For Springfield, the Pride just have to play their game. Their setter, number 3, Dylan Mulvaney, is probably the best setter in the country. This is an older, experienced team, and they're aiming. This is their year. With the national championships being hosted at Springfield College, this team has been constructed over the last couple of years so that they can try to win it at home.
They most certainly can do that this year. They lost in the national championship last year. And for Vassar, this matchup historically has not played in their favor. Obviously, the home team has taken the last 4. They're the away team tonight. But 47-6 all-time for Springfield. How can they rewrite history?
Yeah, I mean, it's 47-6 to Springfield, but Vassar's won 4 of the last 6, including a sweep in 23, and then, like we mentioned, the split over the last 2 years. But Vassar has 2 All-Americans of their own. Outside hitter Walter Birnbaum and middle blocker Armand Desai. If they can play through those 2, this could be a very competitive game. This is a really talented team. Came into the season ranked number 7 in the country, struggled to start the season in California, but 3 wins in their last 3 games, so we'll see what we got here today.
Vassar, led by Richard Gary, he's built the program to a national powerhouse, took over about a decade ago in 2016. He's done nothing but win, and he's got a 73% winning percentage. On the other side, it's Charlie Sullivan, a nationally known name, and he's been at the helm for Springfield for 28 seasons, and now finally looking to take down another quest and win another national championship. 3-1 for Springfield, 3-2 for Vassar. We're going to have a great one on tap for you tonight here in Blake Arena. It's chilly outside, but the students don't care. They're here tonight on James Naismith Court. Springfield in the white, Vassar in the burgundy maroon. We are set to get underway.
Certainly chilly outside.
It was in the negatives recently. Now we're starting to pick it back up. It's at 15 so far right now. But hopefully we don't get hit by the storm that is possibly approaching, as we were hit about a couple weeks ago. It'll be Dylan Mulvaney awaiting the serve. And Mulvaney will send it over. Birnbaum hard off Mulvaney's wrists. And there's the All-American showing that strength early.
Yeah, I told you they should go right through him. And we see it there with Birnbaum. I mean, you just see the frame. Listen to that 6'6". And he really unleashes that right hand cross court. And there was really nothing Mulvaney could do there.
Birnbaum, one of the top players we talked about for this Vassar team. Sent it over himself. A touch. Can't complete it. How about Birnbaum again? And my goodness! Birnbaum is throwing heaters early. First off the chest of Mulvaney, now this time Ortiz, and everybody's getting a taste.
It's like we're at a baseball game right here. I mean, those are 97-mile-an-hour fastballs we're seeing from Birnbaum. Springfield's got to do a better job of getting a little bit better of a block at the net and slowing some of those down.
It's going to be hard, though. I mean, his ability to just jump about 2 to 3 feet over. And Birnbaum with an ace. He has all 3 points right now for the Brewers.
Little coffin corner action right there. Perfectly placed in that back corner. And a very slow start for Springfield, uncharacteristic.
I was just about to say, that just feels like there's really no energy in this gym right now for the Pride. They got to start showing a little bit of what they are. Birnbaum again. Could have been long. Mulvaney keeps it in play. Doravage finally puts Springfield up on the board. The senior out of East Greenbush, New York, and a preseason All-American.
Yeah, he was first-team All-American along with Mulvaney and Jake Delorier, who we're not going to see today. Currently in crutches on the bench with a boot on his foot, but Springfield a little depleted coming into this game. Like I mentioned, no Delorier. Sam Levinson also not playing. He's been now a 2-year starter. As a junior, started pretty much his whole first his whole career, honestly, but not quite healthy to start this season.
Service error for Springfield. Vassar out to an only 4-1 lead. Talked about it at the top of the broadcast of these teams. There's been trends, and that was service error the other way. The trends are just showing everywhere. Springfield does it, and Vassar follows.
Yeah, first Springfield, they ran their first attack of the game through A.J. Seveland, who's getting a little bit more playing time in Levinson's absence. He had the majority of their attacks against LaSalle last game, a huge win for Springfield.
Another service error, 3 in a row. And both teams just, it seems like Vassar settled in for Springfield. It just seems like they're just not playing like themselves right now.
Yeah, for Springfield, this is very uncharacteristic. They're a really efficient team.
Bonnie sends it over. Mulvaney. And sent right back down, Seveland.
It's a beautiful set there by Mulvaney. He goes with the reverse over his head. There was no block at the net for Seveland. That's a practice shot for him.
So Springfield team's averaging about an error a set. Already got 2 so far. We're only 8 points in. And a self-inflicted wound, Henry Bonnie. They knew that one was going out, and just the reflection, a little bit of muscle memory playing a role there.
Yeah, he hit it almost right at him. Couldn't really get out of the way, but Seveland is Springfield's best server, leading the team in service aces so far with 10 on the season, averaging almost a service ace a set.
Seveland set to send it over again. Wow, what a spot. As Vassar capitalizes, it's Peter Mijovinovich. You can tell the height is most certainly with Springfield, but this Vassar team, they come with power.
Yeah, when we were talking with Max Berkowitz, our SID here, he was telling us Vassar's a big team, and we see it early.
The middle blockers for them obviously playing a role, kept alive by Mijovinovich. Double contact by Springfield. Reset, though. Vassar has another chance. And the accuracy not pinpointing on that turn.
Yeah, they try to go with Armand Desai. We mentioned the size. He's probably the biggest. Stands about 6'8" in the middle.
Costley will line up. Soft touch over. Desai playing everywhere. And head coach Charlie Sullivan even got in on the officiating on that one. He was pointing right at the ground knowing it was going to be out.
Yeah, he was on the line right there. He was ready to make the call for the officials. But a really nice effort for Brendan Cutter right there to get his hands on the first Vassar attack.
Tied at 6 apiece. Vassar tries to keep it alive, and now momentum swinging the other way. Springfield takes their first lead of the night.
Yeah, a little bit of, we mentioned Springfield's uncharacteristic start. This is also a little bit of an uncharacteristic start for Vassar. Casey McNonaman right there making just a simple error off service.
Costly again. And a service error, that one too short. Last one with a soft touch, barely got over. This time he pays due. 7-7 here in the first set. Number 1 versus number 11. Sent over by Desai. And Mulvaney. They'll say it'll stay with Springfield for the point off the tip of Desai.
Mulvaney did that a couple times last game. Just goes quick. One-handed, just flicks it over the net. Got a touch. Off Doug Chandler for Vassar, and that's a point for Springfield.
Cutter. Looked like he served a cutter. The way that ball was moving. And a service error again for Springfield. You look at the numbers, I mean, really, not even probability-wise even being averaged up to 1.2 errors per set, and they have had quite a few to start tonight. Already 4. What a dig by Duravage. He gets right back at it. And that block was sent into the stratosphere, but it'll stay with Springfield.
Yeah, really nothing the Vassar block can do right there. Carter Duravage one-on-one at the net usually wins every single time. 3 kills early for Duravage.
Mulvaney. The set by Schnoll. And Mulvaney with the dig. Ortiz to set. The touch, what a dig by Schnoll, but he wasn't able to get there in time. And Springfield capitalizes on the open space.
Yeah, Schnoll with a really nice effort there, but unfortunately there was just no one on the right side of that court for Vassar.
Another service error for Springfield. They are really keeping this Vassar team in it. I mean, now 5 out of the 9 points coming from themselves.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic. I mean, this is a Springfield team that averages 3 service errors a set. Well, or a little under 3 service errors a set. They're already at 5.
The trends continue. The serving has been quite the problem for both teams. Not even giving themselves really chances for rallies. We're not truly seeing the number 1 go against the number 11 here. These bad serves are costing ourselves a great matchup. Duravage. Birnbaum tries to soft touch it over. Mulvaney will set. Costly! And he makes Vassar pay the price.
Evan Costley's been a nice player for Springfield this year. Up to 19 kills on the season now with that one. He didn't play much last year due to injury. Kind of started working himself back right at the end of the year. But he's a 2-year starter before that.
Duravage. Set by Schnoll. High arcing jump by Boney, and that ball will stay in the air for a while. The ceiling at Springfield College. Another dig sent back over. What a rally. Schnoll sets. Bonnie off the forearm of Duravage. And Vassar wins that rally. Finally, we get to see these teams fully competing against each other. Right on cue, huh?
I was just about to say, there we see a little bit of the talent on both sides, offensively and defensively. In attack, a couple nice digs by Duravage there, but unfortunately just couldn't get to the last one.
Sent over by Chandler. Costly rejected at the summit. And Henry Bonnie has been an absolute X factor. The only miscue he's got is touching that ball when it should have been out of bounds. Other than that, he's played perfect.
Yeah, Bonnie's been really good. I mean, only 3 blocks on the season, but he went up really strong right there. Met Costley at the net.
Seveland. High flying on the opposite side. And Springfield capitalizes again.
He does a really good job off that right side. Seveland does. Especially hitting the ball back towards the middle of the court, as we saw right there, deflecting off the block for a point.
Kirchhoff rises and serves. Beautiful accuracy, just getting above the net. And a point for Springfield. It's not a play for Vassar, not an opportunity to even make a play.
A beautiful serve there by Kirchhoff. Just scraped right over the net.
He took his time, too, to serve. It pays off. As Blake Arena starting to fill up even more now. This one too deep. Little could be
good spot though.
On us, a little bit of an announcer jinx.
Oh,
with the way the game has been going, it seems like everybody's been having a taste of the errors.
That's a good spot. they'll live with that one.
Yes, I think Sullivan even telling him the same thing you just said. Bonnie. I mean, he threw about 100-mile-an-hour serve over. Kept alive by Duravage. Springfield tries. Back in the hands of Vassar. Bonnie, bend the guy so far, and Duravage right above his head. And Henry Bonnie continues his dominant night.
It's tough from Duravage there. Kind of just nicked off Costley's hands, and the deflection caught him off guard. Couldn't quite get in front of it. Square that one up.
It's already the third time today Bonnie has been used in that type of situation, coming from the opposite side and just rising up.
He's second on the team so far with 34 kills on the season, averaging over 3 a set, which is tops for Vassar.
Bonnie again, the spin, and a service error. (15-13) here in the first set. Springfield was here just a few nights back on the 27th, where they swept number 19 LaSalle. Seveland. As we almost got taken out, Boney. Oh, almost. I mean, he would have been unbelievable if he was managed to get that over. And a timeout taken by Vassar. We'll stay here right with you. 16-13 for the first time. A team will take one out. Vassar, the service errors for Springfield, and a lot of self-inflicted wounds for the Pride. But right now they still have a 3-point lead.
This was beautiful placement by this camera, by the way, so you couldn't see my awkward duck out of the way right there on that last play.
I honestly thought this, for us it's different. We used to sit up top, now we sit down low on the court. You just think this table was going to get taken out. I mean, that was my first initial thought when I saw the ball in the air. I didn't even say anything.
I was bracing like a receiver going over the middle, man. Shoulder turned. Nice start here for both teams. Vassar with the early lead, but Springfield with a nice job to respond. I think Springfield's service has been really good after that initial start. Even if the aces aren't showing up, they're really putting them deep in the corners. They're going soft sometimes, mixing up the looks really well. For Vassar, they're doing a really good job of on their attack of playing to their strengths, going with Birnbaum, going with Bonnie.
Yeah, Springfield has had, seems like, great composure. We thought they didn't come out with that great energy. It just seems like they really play off how they play.
Mm-hmm. They're a very diverse team. They don't really have a go-to guy. Like in the past with Springfield, you saw Jarrett Anderson 3 years ago as the guy, and Chris Rulo as the guy the last couple of years. Those guys are no longer here. And they could really go through a variety of guys. Duravage and Seveland are probably going to be the most likely, but they haven't really even gotten the middles involved at all.
Seveland to serve after the timeout. And Vassar has truly just been targeting Duravage, and wherever he's been standing, it seems like every time they send it back over, it's in his arms.
Yeah, Duravage hasn't really been involved in the block here. And Springfield's block is just a little bit off, and Vassar's really doing a good job of taking advantage of some of those angles that's creating.
Awaiting the serve, Petar Miosinovic. Ortiz keeps alive, and Duravage, somehow Vassar keeps it alive. Costly out of play, but they're saying there's potentially a tip, and there is a tip. They'll give the point to Springfield, and Vassar is in complete shock. A little bit of confusion as well for the Brewers.
Yeah, I don't even think Springfield thought they won that point.
Not sure where the tip really was. With how fast the ball is moving, it's extremely hard. An official to make that call. Takes a lot of guts. Seveland, Mulvaney, Duravage, the touch.
very heads-up play there by Durivage. I mean, you can really see why he got the honors as a first-team preseason All-American. I mean, he's been going strong. That time they really commit to the block, and he just puts it right over the top of that block. I mean, that's a nice play there.
Yeah, the float with pinpoint accuracy. It seems like Vassar is doing they're backing up. They're expecting, they're anticipating some of these fastballs from Springfield. And as Eber throws in his own fastball, sealing a factor. And how about Peter Schnall? Mulvaney tried it earlier, and he does it right back then.
A little bit of miscommunication there. You see Richard Eber coming into the game as what they call a serve sub. That's really what he's in there to do, and you see why they're going with him in that role.
Seen both of these setters attempt the free balls. Mulvaney ran to go over and set it. Ortiz just got to send it back over. Vassar will set up. Schnall, Bonnie flying, and met by Cutter.
Yeah, Brennan Cutter with great size, 6'8" at the middle position. We haven't really said his name much, but that's what he can do in the block.
And Richard Gary, the head coach for Vassar, telling his team just keep it going. He liked what he saw in that chance. Just Springfield showing why they're the top-ranked team in the country, even their balls not being sent over that bad and that fast. They're able to react to. That time, it's in play, and a point for Vassar.
Pinpoint there from Birnbaum.
We're not really truly able to say a top 10 matchup, even though Vassar started off the season ranked number 7. This truly is, even a potential Final Four, a little foreshadowing. Out of bounds, another service error. Both of these teams have struggled with accuracy on the serves, but in terms of the rallies and during a set, they have not.
Yeah, you're 100% right, Dante. This is an NCAA tournament caliber game between these two teams. Vassar struggled to start their season, dropped their first 2 in California to 2 really quality opponents, UC Santa Cruz and Cal Lutheran, who were both top 15 in the initial preseason poll.
Wishart. And I think I saw what I just saw. Springfield is playing with their food. Durivage purposely threw it out of play because he knew they would tip it.
They didn't call it, though.
Wow. I think they might have. I'm not sure.
I think that's what he was trying to do, but...
Mulvaney. Kirchhoff putting it on the back line, and he finds an opening, and he's been able to do that.
Said a couple points ago, Springfield hasn't really gone through their middles at all yet. In attack, there we see it with Kirchhoff. Usually they go through Cutter when he's in, but they don't really discriminate based on who's in.
Schnall. The tap, Mulvaney keeps it alive, and Wishart has to do the same. Costly will cost Vassar a point. 21-17 now as Springfield starting to smell blood as the first set potentially nearing an end. Springfield with the momentum as of now, but we've seen that this Vassar team can kind of get hot.
All 3 of Springfield's outside so far that we've seen, Durivage, Costley, and Seveland all doing a great job.
Durivage with a missile. And luckily, Vassar didn't have to battle it. Another service error. And a combined 10 so far tonight by both teams. Not what you usually see from nationally ranked teams. Sent over by Chandler. Here's Mulvaney. That one was kind of just a free ball. It went over. And Miosinovic, a self-inflicted wound.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of miscommunication there from Vassar. Miosinovic right there a little bit. Seemed like late on the call there, but.
Kirchhoff serves. Schnall, Bonnie. Durivage keeps alive. Cutter does the same. And Vassar gets a chance to reset. Out of play, and man, is Armand Desai going to want that one back? He had absolutely nobody in his face and all the room to find a spot, but just couldn't.
Yeah, that's the second one he's going to want back. Missed another one like that earlier. It's now Springfield with set point.
They'll bring in a little bit of a serve substitution. Dylan Nguyen, sophomore out of Fountain Valley, California, with set point. And Nguyen can't get it done.
Nguyen, when he's in, usually goes with a little more of a softer serve. That time unleashed a big one, but
he was really going for set point. 24-19 after the service error, the 11th of the night. Bonnie sends it over, and Mulvaney. Can Springfield take the first one? Kept alive, Vassar. Miominovic blocked. Sent over by Schnall. Seveland keeping it going right now. A rally on Blake Arena. And what a play by Seveland. And that will do it for the first set. And Springfield will take it 25-19. And it really came from everybody. But for Vassar, it was extremely Bonnie.
yeah, Vassar clearly with Bonnie. 9 of their 24 attacks ran through Bonnie. And for Springfield, with Duravage, Costly with 8, Seveland with 7, and Duravage with 6, just showing that they're really making an effort to play through these outsides. And maybe in these next couple of sets they can switch it up. I mean, Kirchhoff and Cutter only 1 each up the middle, so.
Yeah, Bonnie also with 9 assists as well. Mulvaney in the same boat with 9 apiece. 13 kills, though, for Springfield in that first set. But really, it just turns back to the service errors. You got to think, though, if you're Vassar, Springfield had 8 in that opening set. If they had that many points given to them and still managed to not win that first set, it's just not looking good. I don't know what you're really telling your team if you're Richard Gary. They had some plays that looked good, had some momentum early, but really lost it there all the way at the end.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank God. We don't get ads anymore, man. We've had to literally talk for like 2 hours during the game. Bro, look at my boy. I woke up to a snap like this like a couple days ago. How is he alive? If there was a passenger, he was dead. Bro, the first thing he did was grab his phone. Now he looks like the Wonder Kid. Back after that first set break, it's Springfield out in front now, taking that first opening set. Talked about how really a complete performance from that Springfield roster to start. But for Vassar, adjustments have to be made for both teams. The service errors were clearly the main focal point in that opening set. Both teams able to find some open spots. I think Vassar liked what they saw with the offense they were trying to accumulate But so far, it's Springfield out on top 1-0.
Yeah, it's been a really nice game from Springfield so far. Like I said, really playing through the outsides, but
yeah, like you mentioned, they haven't really been playing through the main guys we usually see. It's a lot of those middle blockers, some opposite hitters coming in and making big plays. We're about to get underway here in the second set. Ortiz, Duravage, Kirkhoff, Costley, Seveland, and Mulvaney for Springfield to start the second set. And for Vassar, Birnbaum, Bonnie, alongside Casey McMenamin. And serving there was Schnall. And to cap out the lineup, there's Stuart Dow as Springfield starts it off strong, picking up right where they left off.
that's beautiful by Mulvaney again. Beautiful set. Seveland one-on-one at the net. Like we said, these Springfield outside hitters, you need a two-man block to stop them.
Mulvaney will serve here. McMenamin out of play. It's a game of inches right now. Birnbaum just couldn't find his spot.
Yeah, tried to go up the line right there. Couldn't really find an angle. Birnbaum.
Kirkhoff, Mulvaney, Springfield trying to get a point here. They do just that.
How you doing?
Coach Sullivan checking in on the broadcast. Complimenting the DJ tonight. Birnbaum set it to Schnall, who sent it back over. Mulvaney. Seveland. Strong, kept alive. What a dig by Schnall, and here we go.
Great effort there from Vassar.
Back to Springfield. They get a chance. Jovinovic kept it alive, but Seveland sends it right back.
Great job of the overpass there by Seveland. He's been really good so far. I know the second set's early, but see a little bit of a flipping of the script here from that first set. Vassar got off to a strong first start. And now this time it's Springfield 4 points in a row.
We haven't talked about how Springfield has not had Jake Delorier all night. But right now, they're coming out in this second set with some energy. Birnbaum keeps it alive, nearly hits a fan. Duravage. Let it stay in, and Costley. And a double contact on McMenamin. And a timeout now by Vassar. Springfield, a 5-0 lead to open the second set. And whew, it just seems like a total different script from when they came out to start the game.
It's now 3 times in a row they've gone with Costley coming from the back, and he's unleashed some powerful, powerful strikes. And like you mentioned, no Delorier. He only played 1 set against LaSalle. He was very productive in that third set that he came in, but of course he's a loss, but you're not really seeing it right now. That's really Evan Costley filling his spot today, and I mean, he's been fantastic so far in this game, both on the attack and with 2 digs.
First time during this set we've seen the timeout. Vassar also took one last set as well. They just got to really bring their own energy right now. But this Springfield team they won't allow rhythm to be gotten into.
Yeah, they're really good right now.
Vassar's been playing good too. You know, we're talking about Springfield a lot as if, you know, obviously they're the #1 team in the country. They're playing well on their home court, but Vassar's playing right up there with them. Now, you know, that's that first set. It was both the service errors for both teams. Right now, they got to find a way to get some points, and they got to turn it around before it really does get out of hand. Schnall, Birnbaum, the All-American shut down. And all smiles right now for Springfield, but they will give that point to Vassar. As they said, it went out of bounds off the rejection.
Yeah, great job on the block there by Durvaj and Kirchhoff, but
that would have been huge for Springfield to know that. Vassar now, they're trying to send in their All-American. They're still getting shut down. And a service error by the All-American.
And Springfield looking really, really good so far in this second set. It's arguably the best volleyball they've played all year.
You know, you think they don't even have their premier size on the floor right now. Obviously, Delorier, Cutter's still not in as well. Eber played a big role last year being the transfer and solidifying his role. And Sullivan called that one out from in front of us, waiting for the official to mark it down, and another point for Springfield.
He goes over the net right there.
Richard Gary just continuing to scratch his head right now on that Vassar sideline. The answers are starting to become limited.
They're just playing very, very unselfishly.
Durvaj with a bullet. And that one blocked out of bounds. Point for Vassar. At first, when it got tipped, it looked like it would have been playable off the ceiling, but it just didn't hit anything and kept going.
Yeah, that ceiling really keeps a lot of balls in play that should be out.
Mulvaney. Soft touch over by Seveland. Couldn't connect. Bonnie. The hot hand starting to cool down. Seveland off a couple ricochets. Kept alive. Schnall. Minovich off the head of Kirchhoff. Miscommunication. Doesn't matter. Springfield keeps it alive. And the block off of Springfield ends up out of bounds, and a point for Vassar.
Yeah, Vassar starting to get a little bit of momentum so far in this second set. It took them a little bit, but they're starting to heat up.
Ortiz to start it. And what a block. Armand Desai. One of those guys, he just stands out when he's on the court. Not because of the stature. I mean, look at the shoes, the headband, the frame obviously playing a role as well. They need a lot more of that.
I didn't even notice the shoes. Those are nice.
I know, those are really nice. I'm going to have to get a pair of those for intramurals. Schnall. How about it again? Desai just free balling it over, and he finds the open spot.
Yeah, Desai making a really nice impact now. It's a block and a kill, starting to heat up. I mean, you just see the imposing stature at the net.
I'm a big fan of the headband, I will say. Mulvaney, Seveland. Off the arms of Birnbaum. Just looked right there as if Stuart Dow thought it was going to hit the rim.
It's now 6 kills for Seveland. 14 attempts. Hitting at a 357 clip.
Set to serve is Kirchhoff. Again, Desai finds the opening. And he's got 3 points.
Desai does a really good job of connecting with the ball quickly. I mean, he doesn't even really let it get to his apex, get to the ball's apex, excuse me. He's just so tall that he can basically hit it right off the setter's hands.
And the service error by Bonnie. Second of the night.
I mentioned Springfield's efficiency. I mean, as a team right now, hitting at a 417 clip, and that really stands out.
Vassar just at a 250. Seveland off the net. And the dominance for Desai continues. He is just simply overpowering everyone. And those open spots are open for him.
It's a little bit of an awkward angle, like I said, due to the height.
Mio Minovich.
You good?
Heads our way. We were definitely expecting some of that, huh? We might have lost the cameras here. We'll keep the commentary going. We're going to have to go radio style. Vassar with the point. Tried Mulvaney to keep it alive. Couldn't do that. And it went straight down off the block. Costley sends it over. Nothing going on right now. A little bit of a rally. Mulvaney to Cutter, and he finds the spot. Brennan Cutter pinpointing. It was Bonnie.
Apologies, we should be back now.
Went a little radio. I anticipate that happening a few more times during this game. Does it again. Armand Desai single-handedly winning this second set for Vassar right now, and they still trail by 2 with his dominance.
Yeah, I mean, you can just look to him being the key obvious factor so far. I mean, no kills in that first set, and he's already up to 4 now, and it's just 11-9.
Ortiz touches. Mulvaney. Poof! A rocket from Nathan Gao, but just way too much. Senior out of Germantown, Maryland, getting some burn here in the second set.
He's a transfer from D1 Ball State. Came over to Springfield. He started last game. Seeing his first action of the game today.
What accuracy. A point for Vassar. I'm assuming they called the hold on Cutter. Just the placement of how his hand got under the ball. He completely threw. I'm surprised they didn't call it immediately, but obviously the call still came.
Yeah, correct call, 100%. Definitely got a little bit
of absolutely palmed it, it looked like. Cutter will try again. This time can't hit. And Vassar with their first lead of the second set. It's a set that started off 7-1. And now all of a sudden a timeout by Charlie Sullivan, and Richard Gary has got his team in a beautiful position here in the second set.
Yeah, you just see a bunch of errors from Springfield uncharacteristically. Yeah, fun. Insane what the
quick little break out of the timeout to make sure all the technical difficulties were handled. And Cutter comes out of the break. A massive power shot and gets the kill. We're tied back up at 12.
Yeah, a little bit more. Like I said, that's now 5 attempts so far. 4 attempts, excuse me, in this second set from Cutter. Really going through the middle a little bit more.
Blocked by Mulvaney and Kirk Gulf, but Seveland couldn't get the dig in time. And Vassar responds.
A good effort by Seveland there, just a tad bit late.
Back and forth battle right now here in the second set. Kind of how it was in that first set. It was close until Springfield got into the 20s. They started separating.
They've historically done that, Springfield has. They've been great late in sets.
Service error now by Schnoll. 8th of the night for the Brewers. What a rally going on now. Ortiz, it was the one who started it. And go with the aggression over the net. Most definitely in an awkward spot to get it at, but he still managed to make do.
Yeah, wasn't the best set there. That time it was costly setting it due to the scramble from Springfield, but great second effort there from Go after his first attempt initially, just a pass over. And then that time really able to unleash a nice kill.
Mulvaney, soft serve. And Bonnie tries to tip it over. We'll say a little went over the net a little bit too much. And they reward the Brewers with the point. Back and forth again, tied up at 14.
Yeah, a little bit overeager on the block from both sides there.
Yeah, the percentages hitting-wise for Springfield have gone down, and for Vassar they've gone up. Mulvaney, and there wasn't even a chance. Woo.
Ball might as well have been on a tee there for Kirchhoff.
I got to ask you, what are you more impressed with? The fact that he got it over that powerful, or how high he jumped?
Both.
He was probably about 3 feet over the net. My God.
I mean, he took it almost right out of Mulvaney's hands. I mean, just a beautiful set.
Yeah, well said. Schnoll kept alive Mulvaney. Gao sets. Seveland tries. And Schnoll keeps it alive. Vassar with a chance now. Soft serve, and Springfield sets up. Gao high flying and out of play. Point for the Brewers. And now Desai will come back in. And at the perfect moment, Springfield's going to have to slow down some of the momentum for the Brewers.
You were back knotted up. This has been a really, really nice second set. Like we said, a little bit of a reversal from the first one.
And you're just seeing why these teams are ranked where they are, the adjustments that they make. Put them in a better position. Schnoll keeps alive. Birnbaum. Desai fakes. Bonnie tries. The rally continues. Some confusion for Vassar. Not happy with the way that call was made, but a point for Springfield, and they'll take that. They were down by 2 now. The deficit cut to 1. Kirk off the service error. He's going to want that one back.
Tied up now in the second set. His last 9 points now. This is going to be really crucial.
Most crucial point of this set, it'll be Bonnie. He responds right back. I mean, the trends just don't speak for themselves. They happen. Seems like whenever one team gets a service error, the other team follows it up right with one.
Yeah, if any team's going to go on a run, now would be the right time. I mean, just to distance themselves. And usually, like I mentioned in the past, this is where Springfield usually takes advantage of some stuff like that.
Out of play, another service error for the Pride. Mio Minovich, sophomore out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Sends it over. Ortiz off the forearm. Mulvaney. Other way. Seveland high flying, and the dig by Ortiz. Couldn't get there in time.
It's a huge point for Vassar. Now they've taken the lead.
Back in fourth set. Dow with the response, and in a big way. He's truly got the hammer. You're starting to see why he was once at the Division I level.
Yeah, like I mentioned, D1 transfer from Ball State. And he's been really productive for Springfield so far. Averaging about 2 kills per set.
Costly with the service error. (19-18). They talk about how important it is to be the first into the 20s. We're on the break now. Desai, Mulvaney, back to go. Kept alive. Birnbaum! And what a pancake by Seveland! And it ends in Springfield's favor.
It's a huge point there. I mean, what an effort there from Seveland. And then go. His first couple attack attempts weren't, probably up to his personal standard, but these last two have been spectacular.
Utter insanity from A.J. Seveland to be able to keep that alive. Cutter sends over. Schnell keeps it alive. Hard fall off the ceiling and go. What a pinpoint spot. He's been high flying the past 2 times he had some kills. This kill ends in the soft touch.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Springfield, you just got to keep going that way. He's showing real diversity in his attack there, that time going soft.
Cutter serves. And a hammer back down by Stuart Dow.
That was a perfect set by Schnell there.
And like we saw in those previous points when Mulvaney set his partner, he took it right out of his hands that time as well.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass right in front of the net.
Schnell, the hammer over. Kirkhoff tries again. Costly keeps it alive. Mulvaney back to go. Kept alive again. Go keeps it alive. Here's Birnbaum in the air. Seveland. What a rally. Go. The push. Kept alive by Mio Minovich. Birnbaum tries again. Can't connect. Mulvaney. Seveland! And a point for Springfield. Vassar continues to just be in utter disbelief at the way these calls have been going.
I think they called a net violation there on Birnbaum, and you could understand his frustration as he was really nowhere near the block. He didn't even get a hand on it. And Seveland missed by about 2 feet. Definitely a frustrating play, but exactly what Springfield needed here, holding a lead.
Still some miscommunication between both ends. Trying to figure it out. Mulvaney. Birnbaum, the All-American, got to get going now. Seveland, the touch and the accuracy. A.J. Seveland with the touch right over, and a timeout by Vassar.
It really just seems like A.J. Seveland can do no wrong here for Springfield.
Charlie Sullivan asking what his odds are. I mean, this guy's never got a smile off his face. Always relaxed.
Yeah, and just speaking of Charlie Sullivan, I mean, just such a legend in the volleyball sphere. I mean, 11 national championships. You know, everyone, I'm a huge football fan. Everyone talks about the stat how, like, Tom Brady was more likely to make the Super Bowl than he wasn't. I mean, Charlie Sullivan the same way, 16 national championship appearances in 28 seasons. I mean, 55% of the time this guy makes the championship game, and he's 11-5 in those games. I mean, just a legend in the coaching sphere, and what he's done in USA Volleyball, coaching in the Olympics and coaching some, some U19 teams and Pan American games. I mean, this guy just loves volleyball, and Springfield as a school is just lucky to have him just sort of inject such a volleyball culture into this school.
Yeah, having the chance to talk to him over the past years, the question is always raised. I mean, this team is the best of the best. He's done it all at the D3 level. Why not go somewhere else? He talks about this place is just home to him. Obviously he went to school here, and like you mentioned, he's turned this place around into that volleyball culture. You just got to believe he doesn't want to do it anywhere else. This is where he wants it to happen, and he wants to make this place feel bigger than when he was here.
For a coach like him who loves winning, I mean, this is a team, as we've seen, that can win a national title. They came runner-up last year.
Back out of the timeout, the block off Springfield, and a point for Vassar. They needed that. The separation was beginning to happen.
For Springfield now with a 2-point lead late in the 20s, all you really want to do is just alternate points.
Birnbaum. Out of play. Ortiz just ducked down. And a big point for the Pride as they are 2 points away from another set.
Go, one of the best servers on Springfield's team. Just can't get it over there, but
the service error for Go there. Armand Desai will come back in for the Brewers.
Springfield very, very efficient with their serve in this set compared to the first.
Go keeps it alive, nearly out of play. Ortiz throws it high up for Costly, and it's in play. (24-22). Set point for the Pride. It'll be Will Kirkhoff set to serve. Birnbaum to Bonnie. And touched for a fourth time, point for Vassar. Nothing Springfield could have done there. They took the fall and surrendered the point.
Nice dig right there by Go. I mean, that was a missile. He kind of just stuck his right hand out there, and it actually ended up turning into a beautiful pass.
Henry Bonnie to serve. And a service error for the set point. Springfield doesn't even have to fight for the second set. They take a 2-0 commanding lead and on the brink of a sweep. Back returning to the action here in Blake Arena. Bloody nose for Parker Schnoll, getting checked out. See if they'll declare a substitution.
Good thing about the red jerseys is it blends in.
That is true. Sadly, if you're the libero and you're bleeding, it's a completely different story for Vassar. But here we are again, here in the third set. I mean, the past two matchups, these two teams talked about how the home team has taken, the past four. They've taken in ways where it's just been sweeps. So right now, the trajectory and the trend is all in Springfield's favor. The last matchup that these two teams faced off, Vassar was at home. They swept 3-0, and before that, Springfield was at home. They swept 3-0, and right now, Springfield's at home, up 2-0. Seveland, the dig, beautiful by McMenamin, but it's still going. Mulvaney, they try again, and Kirkhoff met at the summit by Armand Desai.
Yeah, Armand Desai, really nice at the net. That's what I mean. He's an All-American for a reason, right? I mean, just the height, the ability, and the block.
It'll be Petar Mijovinovic to serve. Costly, Mulvaney, Seveland high flying, kept alive by Ortiz. Again from Seveland. Schnolla set off the face of Ortiz nearly. That was an absolute rocket at the smallest kid on the court.
Yeah, that was a missile, but Ortiz did a really nice job to keep those first two alive.
I'll tell you what, though, we talk about the size, but his ability to really track down those type of shots is his specialty. A point for Vassar. Here we go again, 3-0. They start this set with a lead. This is how the first set started, but how they couldn't finish it. Mulvaney's got to track that one down. Costly just has to send it over. Not what you want for the Pride. It gives him another chance, and Vassar capitalizes.
Yeah, no block there for Springfield, and that's just a free hit for Desai.
And a timeout by the Pride. Momentum early in the third set for Vassar. There were some people here in Blake Arena who got up out of their seats and left, thinking this one was over. But the Brewers are brewing and not backing down.
I mean, this is a preseason top 10 team in the country for Vassar. They weren't completely healthy to start the season.
Yeah, obviously those injuries played a role. Gotten back, gotten a little healthy. But it's 4-0 to start in the second set. The timeout was taken by Sullivan. As we run some of the numbers by you, Springfield shooting right now at a 31% clip, and for Vassar, they were in the 20s to start. Now they're up to 35%. They've found their way and slowly gotten into things. Kills in favor of Springfield, 29-23. 22 digs for the Pride compared to the Brewers' 18. But more importantly, both of these teams into the double digits with service errors. So far, 12 for Springfield and 11 for Vassar.
Yeah, Vassar really improved their efficiency, though, in that second set. Went from 17% hitting percentage in the first to 32 in the second. And they're already up to 35 on the game here. 750 in that second set.
Mijovinovic. Ortiz, beautiful dig. Gao tries to soft touch it over. And it's 5-0. Vassar not going away. We tried talking about at the top of the broadcast if they could rewrite that history. More importantly, can they just shape the trajectory of the trends with the sweeps between these two teams when they face off? out of play, and 6-0. And an official on the opposing side says it's in play. And Richard Gary can only laugh.
I'm not sure if they ruled a touch or a net violation there. But nonetheless, Vassar does not agree with the calls.
Vassar awaits Costly. And Armand Desai is just a wrecking ball when he gets put in those spots.
Yeah, just due to his height, and I mean, you just look at the arms too. I mean, he can just hit the ball so much higher and meet the ball at such a higher point than everyone else can.
And that's how the first set went for the Brewers and how they lost. They cannot start giving points to Springfield in a moment where they have complete control.
Yeah, Springfield's such a good team in attack that you really can't afford to give them any points.
Leo Minovich keeps it alive. Burn bomb. Perfect accuracy. And the timing even better. He got it right when the blockers were on their way down.
We talked about it with Seveland and the diversity of his attack. There we see it with Birnbaum, the ability to go soft when he's done nothing but unleash bullets into that Springfield block all game.
Service error by the Brewers. Another point from Vassar that they've given to Springfield. They'll take all they can get right now. Anything to get them into a little bit of a rhythm.
Of course, they really didn't look the same in that towards the end of that second set. They started really, really well and then sort of tailed off, but it's what great teams do is they rebound to win sets that they maybe shouldn't win.
I'll tell you what, though, the percentage clip for which Springfield is shooting just continues to go down, and it's the complete opposite for the Brewers. As we see once again, the accuracy a problem for the Pride. Birnbaum sends it over. I lied. The service error by Birnbaum. And that has been the tail of the tape today for both these teams. Schnoll to Bonnie. In play, and in the right spot. Find that back right corner, back left from your screen. And he really put it in the corner.
Yeah, beautiful play by Vassar there. Really, really nice set from Schnoll. Bonnie delivered.
Blocked by Costly, but it doesn't matter. It's down to play and a point for Vassar Bonnie. Coming again from that opposite side. Another timeout by the Pride. Ten to 4 now in the second set.
Yeah, Springfield really with no answers there. I mean, offensively in their attack, haven't really been able to get much going in this third set. And then you look at their block, a lot of easy opportunities for Vassar, where there maybe, in a couple cases, haven't even been a blocker, sometimes only just one.
The kills separated by 3, 30-27 in favor of the Pride. The service errors continue to go up. Vassar is taking the lead in that department. 22-19 in the digs department. But for Springfield, they've yet to block a shot tonight. And we've seen that. I mean, that's, the limited play from Cutter where they've gone more to those middle guys to be a source of their offense.
Another uncharacteristic mistake there for Springfield.
Timeouts aren't helping. As the serve sent over by Dow. Costly sends it right back. And now a chance for the Brewers. Great play by Seveland to keep it alive. Bonnie tries to throw it over. Nugent keeps it. So does Seveland. Costly's got to send it. And he does. The rally continues. Ended by Desai. As he decided when that one was over.
Desai does a nice job always of just hitting it off the side of the block. Even if he doesn't make clean connection, he never sends it right in front of him, always off to the side a little bit.
As Ortiz couldn't control the serve. The Pride right now a little flustered. They trailed by 9. Miscommunication again by the Pride leads to it back for Vassar. Sent down! And it's Dylan Nguyen, the 6'1" center with the first block of the night for the Pride.
Heart there from Nguyen. Coming in for Dylan Mulvaney, maybe to try to give Vassar a little bit of a different look.
Couldn't get high enough for Mio Minovich. Desai was way over the net. They should have went with him, but obviously that diversion didn't pay.
For Springfield, now they're slowly chipping into this lead for Vassar.
2-0 run. It's 13-4. Pride slowly trying to get some points here. Schnall. Out of play and another point for the Pride. And Richard Gary's going to take a timeout and try to shut down some momentum before it even starts.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea there. Just in order to try to slow this Springfield team, I mean, because we see when Springfield gets hot, I mean, it can just come at you from so many different ways.
You just go back to that start of that second set. That's when they were the hottest.
I mean, they were going up the middle.
I mean, they were just doing it. There was no answer.
It's a good job. I mean, I feel these last couple of points have been a little bit different. It's still more of Vassar's sort of errors and such that have gotten Springfield back into this game. So maybe just, for Vassar, you talk about controlling what you can control. But for Springfield, you have to take complete advantage and just be as efficient as possible so far.
Try to take back what's theirs. Started off the night strong, took the first 2 sets. Now we're here in the 3rd set. They're trying to put it away. Talked about it for Vassar, 3-2. Losses coming to 2 ranked teams. And for Springfield, their only loss this season was to a Division II opponent.
Yeah, Springfield hasn't lost against a Division III team, but for Vassar, this is a key win. I mean, anytime a team can beat Springfield, it's a win you circle at the end of the season. It's a resume booster for sure, but these 2 teams are going to be conference opponents starting next year with the NUMAC adopting men's volleyball. Vassar transitioning into the NUMAC from the United Volleyball Conference, which will be just sort of absorbed by the NUMAC.
Bunny. Hoof, he got up there. Cutter. Out of play. Couldn't set it in a spot where one of his could get it. Unfortunate event there. Go collects and fires right back up off the ceiling. Miominovic to Nugan. Kirkhoff kept alive by Birnbaum. Not a good attempt there by the preseason All-American, but it was not enough.
Yeah, Vassar's shown some really nice efforts so far to try to keep some of these points alive.
Nguyen, beautiful serve. Desai off the head of Seveland. Kept alive. Nguyen tries again. Seveland off a couple hands and a collision to end the point. As Bonnie and Birnbaum both went for it. And now the Pride trying to get within striking distance. It was 13-4.
For Springfield, you want to continue to try to work through Seveland.
Nguyen again. Couple hits off the ceiling. And that kind of played a role.
Yeah, it all started with a beautiful serve by Nguyen. And that, the ball just bouncing around that ceiling can really mess up your timing as an attack.
Yeah, that might have all started with Schnell falling. You know, obviously the setter guy, and then all of a sudden it just unraveled. And bad shot by Miominovic. He'll be replaced now. For the first time tonight, we'll see Darwin Davis, the first year.
Another beautiful serve.
And another point for Springfield. Richard Gary's got to burn another timeout. And Springfield starting to smell blood. Rare you see teams do that, especially when they're facing a deficit. They're coming for it all right now, and Vassar's really getting tested.
Yeah, they've really built their energy back up, Springfield has. Starting to play more free, less stress. You can see it in the faces. They're loose, they're smiling, they're laughing. And I think this rally has started with Dylan Nguyen.
$14 to 11 now. Talked about it. It was 13-4. And Springfield creating a run of their own off their own energy. Gary talking to his team, telling them they got to figure it out right now.
Yeah, just very different feelings in that huddle. And you look at the scoreboard, you see Vassar winning. And they're the ones getting ripped into in their huddle. While Springfield's loose, they're happy.
Nguyen out of the timeout. Service error. It's how Springfield has really kept Vassar in this game, is through themselves.
Yeah, Springfield's a very aggressive team in service. They're going to get errors, but they're also near the top of the country in service aces.
Point for Springfield. Mijominovic put his foot on the line on the serve.
Looks like we'll see Eber to serve here for Springfield. His first service effort was a beauty, even though it wasn't an ace.
You better watch out if you're Vassar with how hard this ball is going to come off the hand. The only thing stopping them is the service error.
Another beauty.
Schnoll, Birnbaum trying to respond, and they can't. They do, actually. Now they say it's a point for Vassar.
Yeah, it looked like to me that got a tip off the block. Tipped right off the hand of Kirchhoff.
(16-12). It'll be Armand Desai to serve. The soft touch, go. Off the rim. Wow, that played in their favor. And out of play, though. What a point that would have been if Springfield could have took that one.
Yeah, you said it. That ball looked like it was going to be well out of play and then hit off the backboard up top, kind of redirected right into Nguyen's path. Go was just unable to capitalize.
Go with a bad touch. And there's nothing but Sullivan can do but laugh. Right now, Springfield is giving themselves an opportunity to get back into it. But Vassar capitalizing on their own self-inflicted wounds by the Pride. First time tonight, we'll see Joey Prescia. As it goes right to him. Nguyen sets Seveland. Kept alive by Kirchhoff. And they hit it on the ground. Now 19-12 for Vassar.
Vassar's done a good job of weathering the run from Springfield. I mean, at one point it was 14-11. Now it's back up to 19-12. Frustration again from Springfield.
Ortiz tried to duck at the last second. Ended up being in play. This time it works. Desai with two service errors. The first one, though, was obviously in play. Thought it was an error. The second try results in just that.
A great effort from Armand Desai, now up to 8 kills on the day, and of course that service ace mixed in, along with a number of blocks.
Schnoll, Bonnie high flying. Back to him, sent back down, saved by Seveland. McMonaman kept it alive, and Schnoll capitalized as he sent it right back over, 21-13. Schnoll, Ortiz to Nguyen, Cutter. Mijominovic couldn't read it off the ceiling. It's got to be sent back over by McMonaman, and it is. Prescia. A huge point for Springfield. They just needed anything to go their way right there. As we'll see another substitution for the Pride. The first time we'll see the first-year Billy Cavanaugh out of Yardley, Pennsylvania.
And this is a surprising moment here with Sam Levinson coming in, making his season debut. I said I was under the impression he was not playing today, but got hurt at the end of last season.
He's being put in a crucial moment where the Pride need big points. Beautiful serve by Levinson. Wishart couldn't get there in time. Another point for Vassar. Momentum going their way right now. Another set looking on the horizon.
Billy Cavanaugh, too, although we haven't really seen him. I know he's someone this program is very high on for the future as a middle.
Oof. Walter Birnbaum sent that one into a different state.
Yeah, he certainly lost that one.
Joey Prussia. Awaiting the serve. High flying Bonnie off the hands of a Pride player, and a point for the Brewers.
Springfield needs a really good run of service right here to try to stay in it.
It's got to start now, and it's going to start with the first year in Cavanaugh. Sent over, Birnbaum, Schnall, Desai, and a point for Vassar. Now they're on the brink of set point. Bonnie for set point, and he got it.
What a missile.
What accuracy from the sophomore.
You can never count out a team as talented as Vassar.
Showing why they're the number 11 ranked team. And this game will continue. The action continues in Blake Arena. Potential sweep opportunity for Springfield. And it was shut down by Vassar in that previous set, 2-1 now. As we go to a fourth. Vinovich starts it. Go, trying to place. Kept alive. Schnall. Here's Birnbaum. Sent that right back to his teammate.
He put a little bit of an awkward position there. Springfield hoping to get off to a quick start in this fourth set.
Springfield draws first blood. And out of play by Carter, the service error. Seveland comes in for Cutter. And it'll be a serve by Desai. And that was beautiful depiction. I thought it was going to be in the hands of Go again. This time Kirchhoff takes it right from him.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought Mulvaney was setting that out wide, and Kirchhoff did a really nice job meeting that ball strong right up the side of the block. Good angle.
Seveland. Schnall to Birnbaum. And it's good. Tied up at 2 now. You know, this Vassar team just really doesn't go away. They just continue to respond.
Yeah, they play very hard, never take a point off.
Depth definitely in favor of Springfield. You've seen the majority of the same guys on the court for Vassar as Schnall with the service error. Go over. Schnall to beautiful point by Dow. He sent that one with aggression. And the kill for number 20 in Burgundy.
Yeah, just his 7th kill of the season. Stuart Dow hasn't really seen much playing time. Sophomore middle.
He's gotten quite the amount of burn tonight. Mulvaney didn't see it coming. Sullivan tried to yell out to his setter. Couldn't get the quick enough reaction. Birnbaum to serve. That one looked way off from the start, but Inoki almost, I thought it curved down at the end to where it was going to come in.
Yeah, a little bit of late dive action on that one. We're locked into what looks like is going to be another back and forth set.
Kirchhoff. Bonnie blocked, but out of play, and a point for the Brewers. Out of play, and I mean way out of play. Dallas struggled to find that spot on his serves.
Yeah, one kind of floated on him.
Substitutions for both teams. 6-5 now here in the fourth set.
It's a different start here in this set than the first three. I mean, no team really able to distance themselves.
That one hit the line. Beautiful spot. He subbed in at the right time as the senior James Zuckerman came in for the serve and successfully converted. He'll try again now. Also, he's got to send it over. Cutter keeps it alive. Mulvaney, Seveland, blocked again. We try again. Blocked. But in play. Desai. What a play by Ortiz. Seveland's got to try again, and he goes up Botaco and finds the spot.
It's a nice job by Seveland. Definitely been Springfield's impact player so far. But that Vassar block has been really nice so far in this game.
Springfield trails by one, 6-7. Desai, almost too much. And like you talked about, we see it again there. He's never going right down the pipe of where he's at. He's always going off to the side. That time he went out of play.
Yeah, that time they ran a little bit of a wraparound play for him, and he couldn't really get around it.
Costly sends over. Bonnie. Kept alive by Coach Sullivan, but then out of play. And a point for the Brewers. Minovich sends over. Off the face of Bonnie. Off the ricochet of Mick Monoman.
Nice effort there from Cutter.
Cutter just completely lost it on the way there. Desai. 9-8 right now. And now 9 up.
Nice job right there by Go. I mean, he came into this game in the second set, and since he's came in, Springfield ran a lot of their attack through him.
And it seems like when he first came in, I don't think he's come out since.
Yeah, we mentioned the injuries for Springfield. Looks like Carter Duravage. He came out in that second set and really hasn't returned. Been worked on by the athletic trainers a little bit.
Seveland with the service error. It's 10-9. Fourth set. Pride took the opening set, the second set, but trailed and fouled in that third set. Schnoll to Bonnie. Costly couldn't get there in time. Had a hand on it.
Big now, 2-point lead so far in this set. First time we've seen that. And Bonnie's probably been the most productive player in this game as a whole, as Springfield calls a timeout. 14 kills on 26 attempts. He's shooting a 500 clip.
He's responsible for the most points on the team for Vassar. Seveland on the opposing end for Springfield leads that category. So we're the top 15 teams in the country battling it out here. James Naismith Court. Talked about how majority of these matchups have ended up in sweeps on home courts for the home team. Right now, Vassar trying to crawl its way back into it. Historically, this is a matchup that really doesn't go in their way.
Yeah, I mean, this is just two pretty evenly matched teams so far today. When you look at the kills separated by 1, Vassar with 39, Springfield with 38. Attack errors, Springfield with 12, Vassar with 10. I mean, the one edge where you can really give Vassar is in the service. I mean, Springfield with 4 aces in that first set. They don't have one since. Vassar with 9 so far in the game.
Yeah, the Brewers have seemingly taken control for the time being. And even when the Pride kind of crawl back in, tie it up a little bit, they separate again. Schnoll, the service error out of the break. And a big point for the Pride.
They get that lead back down to 1.
Out of play off the serve by Seveland, and a big point for the Pride. They tie it up at 11 apiece off 2 self-inflicted wounds from Vassar.
Yeah, for Springfield, you always want to avoid that 5th set, especially when you win the first 2.
Back to it, Seveland served. Mulvaney sets, fires. Back onto Springfield's side. Go tries, go connects. And the Pride have regained control.
Nathan Go's been huge in this middle stretch so far, this 4th set.
Out of bounds off the block. Birnbaum came in. Kirchhoff got a hand on it.
Able to just fire that one right off the block for a kill. Not this 4th set back at 12. Birnbaum now into double figures. 10 kills.
Seveland high flying. Kept alive. Go does just as that as well. That one's in the air for a while. Trying again. Seveland kept alive. And a little bit of a collision as well as Seveland went into the knee of Ortiz.
Looks like they're both okay.
Yeah, Seveland collided with Ricardo Ortiz on the way down. Both of them were trying to get the dig. And the head of Seveland went into the knee of Ortiz. Good sight to see that he is okay. Birnbaum, Karkov rising. And a point for the Brewers. Officials trying to figure out the score. (14-12). It got shut off on the scoreboard here of Lake Arena. All figured out and settled. After all the confusion, we're back. 14-12 here in the fourth set, and Ortiz. That one went way out of play, and what a strike by Birnbaum.
That was a missile.
And Sullivan's got to take a timeout. Vassar, every time it seems, at least of recent in the previous two sets, Springfield gains control and they immediately lose it.
Yeah, very tense Springfield is right now. They're not playing with that same looseness that they did in the first couple sets. A lot of it, I think, is due to the pressure that Vassar is putting on them.
They're playing free, and right now it just looks like the Brewers, when they were down 2-0, their backs were against the wall. It didn't really matter how that next set was going to go. They're just going to go out there and try to win it. And right now they're doing just that.
Yeah, you can really tell they're playing very free. Very confident.
A lot of things have also just gone their way. I mean, they've been on top of the net, making it difficult for Springfield to just get accurate. Now, we talked about it. They were shooting near 500%, and now they're down to just 28.
Yeah, 440 in that first set, and since.
It's just been a steady decline for Springfield in terms of locating. And it's showing up on the scoreboard as they trail by 3 here in the fourth set. It was a game where they were up 2-0, and the Brewers trying to brew a comeback.
Yeah, that block, the Vassar block at the net is just really making it difficult for Springfield. Not getting very many comfortable looks.
Players back on the court. Still was some slight confusion on what Sullivan and the official were talking about. Birnbaum again, connected on his last try. That one out, too strong.
Those some big serves.
Kirkhoff, Schnall a little out of position. Seveland keeps alive. Unorthodox way of sending it over for both teams. Costley finds a spot. Cutter collects, tries. Seveland soaring. And a pancake attempt by Birnbaum. Couldn't get the hand under it.
You see with Springfield when they're able to set up a quality attack. Get a nice pass to Mulvaney, who was able to set it up.
Unbelievable. I don't even think you guys could have saw what just happened, as that was out of the screen. One of the rims on the side of the court, it was just bouncing off of it.
I thought it was going to get stuck for a second.
I actually thought they were going to have a chance to send it back. They did.
Yeah,
He hit it to a teammate, and he just couldn't find a spot to send it over, but my goodness.
Now, if a team puts it in one of those rims up top, I mean, in theory, shouldn't it be 2 points?
It depends how far they hit it. It could be 3.
Oh, it's pretty hard to get it a 2-pointer.
I think since Springfield sent it over, that should have been 3 points. That was a distance. I also got to give a credit to Vassar for, I mean, obviously for Springfield, they know. They play the ceiling, they play off all these rims, but for other teams, sometimes they just might stop when that happens. So credit to them for continuing to play through all the times it's gone up there, hit the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm sure this is not the only venue with a ceiling like this, a low ceiling. Obviously, Blake Arena not exactly state of the art, but you know it does provide an interesting experience for the visiting team. But Vassar's handled it very well. I mean, this is obviously a team. They play here every year. They know what it's like to play here. Now we're even back up at 15 in this 4th set.
Yeah, how about the fact that the scoreboard shut off? So head coach Charlie Sullivan sent one of his student coaches to go get a physical scoreboard just in case it happens again.
Just in case.
All-timer. And that's why he's one of the best. Go keeps alive. Costly. Can't find a spot. Vassar is just everywhere right now. And they've struggled to really get a hand on some of those balls. They have rarely blocked a shot from a Brewer player tonight.
Yeah, just 3 total blocks on the day. If you look at it, after 4 against Concordia Irvine, who granted is a D2 team, 8.5, 7, and 6.
What a setter dump by Dylan Mulvaney, and they needed that big.
He does that really well. He's never afraid to mix it up with that.
Schnoll, Desai, the tip, kept alive by Wishart. Still going.
What an unbelievable effort there by Domino Wishart. Just
Vassar thought they committed multiple infractions on that play.
Just saved that ball by a fingernail. You can't even say it was a finger.
Unbelievable. Credit to the officials for letting that play out.
Vassar also claiming a double hit.
(17-16). Crowd getting back into it here a little bit at Blake Arena as they can start to see what everybody else is. Springfield has an opportunity to close this one out.
The momentum definitely starting to swing a little bit.
Mulvaney sends it over, and here's Schnoll. Finds the spot. Henry Bonney. He has been that guy tonight.
Yeah, he's been the go-to guy all day, and he's showing why.
mean,
16 kills now.
incredible. Out of play. Joey Prisha says, I appreciate you.
Yeah, a couple of those first puns weren't bad. I think that one might have gone overboard. It's worth the shot. It's worth the shot, though.
It was there.
We're trying things out.
I thought it wasn't that bad. Come on. It was that bad? Come on.
You've had better ones.
Prisha will serve. And the service error. And again, Springfield allowing the Brewers to stay within striking distance.
They're kind of saying the obvious here, but these next couple points are going to be the most crucial points of the game, 100%. 18-18, deep in this fourth set.
And in a set right now where Springfield's out of timeouts, Vassar only has one, so momentum's going to be swinging here. Mulvaney, beautiful set to go. The touch, alive. Schnall, Bonnie flying through, but another touch. Go tries again, kept alive by Mijovinovich. And Schnall puts it way out of place. The ceiling and breaker in plays a factor.
Uncharacteristic there from Schnall. He's been excellent so far in the middle. Just that one mistake now, and Springfield with a chance to extend its lead here.
Brendan Cutter, out of play.
Sides really just alternating points here. That's now 6 in a row.
We're tied at 19. And Armand Desai to serve. Finds the forearm of Go. Finds Kirkhoff. Ricochets kept alive. Sent back by Bonnie. Finally a block. But it gives opportunity for Schnall to reset. And what a beautiful drop in by Birnbaum. Completely caught Seveland off guard.
Last two kills have come via the drop there.
Costly. Go had to redirect. And now it sets up Vassar. They strike. Kept alive. Go. Costly couldn't keep it alive on the turnaround try.
Looks like Vassar's the one that's taking advantage late.
What did Richard Gary say after that second set? That is the question that needs to be raised at this point in the game. Armand Desai couldn't get it over, and that is a crucial mistake when all the momentum was on their side.
For Springfield, this is the guy they want in service.
Seveland. Blocked but out of play, and a point for the Brewers. They separate themselves by 2 now.
Yeah, good effort by Kirchhoff there, but really good service reception there from Mijasinovich.
Incredible effort just simply by Vassar. As that one goes over, and again, you might start to think this could be a 24-19 game right now if 2 points go the other way. They've been winning the serves and the sets and the rallies.
100%.
Each team keeping each other in. Go. And a service error that bites you. That one hurts.
Especially with Birnbaum serving now for Vassar.
Go almost got all of the Vassar team to corral. Vassar has chances. Can't capitalize on a net violation on the Pride. And a free point for Vassar, 24-21.
Set point now. 2 errors in a row, really, from Springfield that they could not afford.
Ever since Duravage went down, this team has not been able to find itself. Top of that, Delorier already out. Levinson battling back from an injury. And the set point goes off the ceiling and back down. And we are headed to a final set. It was 2-0. And Vassar has crawled their way back into an opportunity to upset the Pride. We have reached the final set. What looked like a sweep on the verge for Springfield has turned into a 5-set masterclass. Two top 15 ranked teams in the country battling it out. And you're starting to see just why this Vassar team was ranked number 7 to start the season, partner.
Yeah, I mean, after two losses in its opening 2 games against UC Santa Cruz and Cal Lutheran, both quality opponents, begin to question it a little bit, but this effort against Springfield here just shows why they deserve that ranking. They just do so many different things well.
Mio Minovich gets the scoring going, but not in his way. A service error to start the 5th set.
That serve went a little long, but their service has been great. The block for Vassar is definitely the strength of this team, and on the outside with Bonnie and Birnbaum.
Sent over by Go, apologies. And a point for Vassar. Apologies. We'll stay with Vassar. And now we're tied at 1 apiece. The service error to start, and the Brewers capitalize off the set. Sullivan wanted a different call. Believes the point should have gone their way before it even got to the ground. And again, a bench for Vassar, counting out the time for Carter. That worked in the previous 2 serves. And right back down is Dow.
Yeah, Dow and Desai both stand 6'8", and it shows.
The number 1 team in the country on the ropes on their home court. Seveland off the tip, kept alive. Schnoll sets up, burn ball, and back down. A huge block for the Pride. They need a lot more of that.
We mentioned how their block hasn't been up to their standard, but that time it's Kirchhoff and Mulvaney linking up at the net. And that one's huge.
Mulvaney, the soft touch, but it plays a role. Kept alive by Bonnie and sent back down by Birnbaum. Here we go. Seveland off the jaw of Minovich. Kept alive. What a diving save by Witchhart, but he couldn't get there in time, and a point for Vassar.
What an incredible play there by Petar Miosinovic. Seveland put a missile, like you said, right in his jaw, his chest.
Looked like his neck.
And he dug that one out perfectly.
What a point for the Brewers. Point for the Pride as it went off the fingers of Casey McMonaman.
That was a beautiful set at the net by Mulvaney. Vassar was trying to get aggressive in their block, looking for an overpass kill. And he tipped that one right up to Kirchhoff, who took advantage. Put it off a deflection for a kill.
Costly. The soft touch, Mio Minovich to Schnoll. Opposite side to Bonnie, kept alive. No. A point for the Brewers. And here we go, partner, back and forth again.
Bonnie up to 18 kills in this 5-setter.
18 for Bonnie. The closest one is Birnbaum with 13.
These sides have alternated points so far in this 15-point 5th frame.
Seveland, finger-popping hit. Desai, kept alive, tries again. Mulvaney, Seveland, finds the spot.
They've been able to slow A.J. Seveland down a little bit. Vassar has, but that time he got a great look and took full advantage of it. After a nice block by Schnoll on the first one, Seveland able to get that one to go.
It'll be Kirk off to serve. And a service error once again.
These sides continue to just alternate points.
Now 22 service errors for the Pride tonight. A soft touch by Zuckerman. Seveland high flying. Birnbaum keeps it alive. Schnoll to Cy. Kept alive again. Go. Throws it over. And a money shot from Nathan Go.
What a beautiful push there.
Six to 5 here in the fifth set as the Pride lead here at home. We talked about it at the top of the broadcast. The past 4 matchups have gone the home team's way. It should have to start, but it was kept alive by Vassar. A.J. Seveland with a heater. And a timeout by Vassar.
Eventually someone was going to have to break the stretch of alternating points, and it was Springfield putting together 2 in a row. And A.J. Seveland just continuing his mark on this game. 18.5 total points. Tops for Springfield by a wide margin.
Yeah, the next closest person is Nathan Go at 9. For Seveland, he's leading this team in nearly every category. 37 total assists, 15 kills, 18.5 points with 10 digs. He's the main reason they're in it, but he's been in a head-to-head battle with it seems like Henry Bonney.
Yeah, I mean, the two of them, and Birnbaum included for Vassar, have just been incredible.
Birnbaum, that secondary guy, obviously the preseason All-American. There's a ton of those on the court right now. We saw how crucial Desai was when they needed it. And back on the court again. Can he step up once more?
Yeah, for Vassar, Desai needs to get going. Didn't really have the same type of success in the fourth set that he had in the second and the third. And then nothing here so far in the fifth.
Service error by Seveland. They're coming in crucial moments for both teams. These self-inflicted wounds got to get fixed. And whoever has less lows obviously is going to come out on top.
For Springfield, Nathan Go went to that little push shot again. It didn't really work.
Just about to say, a crucial block by Vassar. Sullivan wanted that to end off the serve. He thought there was an infraction by Mijominovic. What a game we got in Blake Arena. The number 1 team on upset watch, kept alive and sent over by Bonney. Sullivan not happy, thought it was too many touches. Go with the throwdown, finds a spot.
He gets that one. Go does a really good job of finding the weak spot. And a lot of the times the weak spot is going to be that in-between area.
We'll switch sides here in that fifth frame. Those teams switch sides. Springfield out in front right now. But how long can they hold on to this lead for?
Yeah, this is another key point. If Springfield can reestablish a 2-point lead, that'll just be so crucial for how this 5th set ends. I mean,
go to serve. Eight to 7 in the 5th frame. Out of play. And again, the service errors for both teams are the biggest parts to what could be a loss for either or.
yeah, Vassar has 27 service errors to Springfield's 24 now, but it just seems like Springfields are coming at the very crucial moments in this contest. That hurts if you're
Again.
Springfield.
Springfield will use their first timeout. And the Brewers have retaken the lead. They trailed by 1. Now they lead by 1. And there's a sense, and I guess you could say urgency in Blake Arena right now. This crowd is semi-stunned, realizing half of it walked out, and they're going to all go back and tell their friends, hey, they lost, potentially. That's what it's looking like right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. It just seems like some of these errors are completely unforced on Springfield's part.
Yeah, same can be said for Vassar, but they've had less when it mattered most, like you said.
Yeah, and they've just been, in my opinion, the more aggressive team. A lot of the free balls, they're the first ones to those. Their kills just have much more pace and velocity on them. They're not really getting beat out to some of these loose balls that Springfield's letting hit the ground. They're getting a hand on everything.
Springfield will use their final timeout. They use both back-to-back.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Some of the officials are laughing because they're also in shock. Interesting. He burned both.
Back to back.
The reasoning is just going to stay a question. There's no theory we can put together for the reasoning of that. Only a man who makes the national championship 50% of the time does something like that.
I mean, he's certainly earned the right to kind of do whatever he wants.
You wonder it, but you don't question it. 9-8. Could the number 1 team fall?
Vassar still with a timeout remaining.
Tell you what, though, this gym would definitely be stunned if the Brewers pulled this one out.
They do hold a lot of that momentum, but you wonder if that was like icing Vassar in a way.
It might even be just that number 1 ranking possibly getting to them. It seemed like last year they played more free, even though they were still one of the top teams. As Desai can't get on what looked like an easy read.
Yeah, Chanel looked like he kind of got screened by his own guy right there, was unable to get to that loose ball. And now we're knotted back up. Now it's a race for 6 points.
And Brennan Cutter has struggled tonight on the serve.
Yeah, that's definitely not the strong suit of his game.
And a service error the other way. It's Parker Schnoll who gives it right back.
If you're Springfield, you just want to get this one over here.
And ball out of play. Massive. And finally, Springfield can breathe a little, but they gain the lead.
It's a huge play there. Kirchhoff did not get his hand on the ball. Now, same thing if you're Mulvaney. Just put this one into play.
Does just that. Schnoll. Bonnie. And it went back up underneath the net, and a point for the Brewers. Tied back up at 11. Birnbaum sends it over. He drives it over instead, and a service error. Twelve to 11 now. Favor Springfield. Costly. Weird hit. Bonnie tries. Kept alive by Costly. An opportunity for the Pride. Go. Tips it over. What a save by Schnoll. Bonnie tries again off the forearm of Mulvaney. And Henry Bonnie continues his dominant night, his 20th kill.
Nice play by Costly to dig out that initial first try.
Dow. A little bit of miscommunication by the Pride. Able to fix it up. Seveland!
A beauty. An absolute beauty there from Mulvaney to Seveland.
I mean, we could tell from here that was going to find the spot. That just darted through everybody. 13 to 12 now. Inching closer and closer to a victory. Who will it be, though? Right now, Springfield's a little bit closer. Kirchhoff. Sent over. Here's Schnoll. Sets up Bonnie. Who else? Costly. And off the hands of Kirchhoff, who couldn't corral it.
That's just such an awkward bounce right there off the top.
That is an unfortunate sequence of events.
21 kills now for Bonnie.
And now they'll bring in James Zuckerman, a senior middle blocker. He's come in primarily for his serving purposes. And it seems like it's just a safety measure. Seveland again, off the ceiling, kept alive by Minovich. Mulvaney, Seveland again! A.J. Seveland!
3 attacks in a row now. They've gone to Seveland and Springfield with a match point in service. And it'll be that man, A.J. Seveland, to serve.
Blake Arena rises to its feet. Game point, set point. It's going to be A.J. Seveland, who hopefully we don't jinx. After I say this, Richard Gary will take a timeout and sit down the momentum of everybody in this arena.
Really good gamesmanship right there from Vassar.
That's just high IQ.
I love it.
High
I
IQ.
love it.
What do you? There's nothing else you can say.
I mean,
other than that's the right thing to do.
Who doesn't love icing the guy at the end of a game?
It's the absolute right thing to do. As when he called that timeout, half this arena sat back down. At first, it looked like he wasn't going to take one. It looked like he was just going to accept whatever was written in fate.
That was very last minute. I mean, Seveland was fully lined up. And now we got a minute and 15 seconds to rethink his serve.
14-3, 30 seconds remaining in this timeout. And you got to wonder what both coaches are telling their team. On one side, Springfield's laughing and clapping it up. Vassar I think in serious mode.
Springfield 7 aces on the day. Seveland's got 3 of them. It would really cap off Coach Sullivan's night for him to make it 4.
The stress relieving that an ace could be here is massive. As Blake Arena rises back up to its feet as both teams return from their benches. Seveland, Mulvaney, Cutter, Go, Costley, and Wishart. Desai, Schnall. Alongside Berman, Bonnie, and out of play. And A.J. Seveland with a service error on set point. And Richard Gary can take a deep breath of relief as Blake Arena sits back down. Back and forth battle here. Springfield College always breathes for a good one. Here's Miosinovic. Out of play! Back-to-back service errors.
That was close.
And that was costly.
That was close.
I mean, it takes a lot of guts to really let a ball like that go through.
These guys in Springfield, man. Ricardo Ortiz, that time he trusts his marker. He knows if it's over his head, it's going out based on positioning.
Nathan, Go. Schnall. Desai! One of the most unfortunate ways to lose a game.
And what a game at that.
Armand Desai mistimed his jump, and that one jump simply cost Vassar the game.
Yeah, and you look at the numbers, and you'd think that, if you look at these initial numbers on the bottom, you'd think that Springfield, cruised, or Vassar would have cruised to a victory. More kills, less errors, more aces, more blocks. But Springfield, though, with their exceptional defense, Vassar gave him a lot of troubles. That block is really tough to deal with. But that ended up being a phenomenal volleyball match today in Blake Arena.
I mean, the hitting percentages really do speak for themselves. And when you look at Vassar, it's 16% in that first set. After that, everything else was well above 40. Obviously, in this fifth set, they dropped to 33. For Springfield, it was the complete opposite. It's a game that truly, honestly, could have went either way.
I mean, you're looking at the numbers. There's not one stat. There's not one team stat that Springfield had more of. I mean, they had more total attempts and 4 less service errors. Besides that, Vassar had more of everything. Just a really gutsy win for this Springfield
And
team.
Rarely any block shots as well.
But that's what the number 1 team in the country does. They win these type of games. And this is a true national championship contender.
Just what a game, all in all. Started off 2-0. What we thought was going to be a complete sweep again. But the trend continued. The home team won, but this time it was in the fifth set. It goes the distance. Nick, I guess just your final thoughts on this game. What a way for it to end.
What a game.
I know. There's nothing else you could say. Both teams put it out, and what just a credit to Vassar. I mean, they played this game all the way through, never backed down. And then even I want to give a personal credit to just their composure. I mean, every time it seemed like Springfield was dominating them and they called a timeout, they came to the bench all smiles.
Yeah.
And so this is potentially a quest for what could be a final matchup all the way down to the end of the year.
These are 2 teams that could easily meet up again come April.
Well, that will do it here in Blake Arena. Alongside Nick Pantages, I'm Dante Iafredi. We thank you for tuning in on Flow Sports.